Reverend Ryan back with you again. It's a little early on Wednesday, but it's Wednesday. And I'm up because I can't sleep, and I kind of had this on my mind. You know, talking about the shepherd, I'm going to start with Psalms 23. And this is one of my favorites. This is the one I resort to when I'm agitated or uh, I don't have the answers to something. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know, I wanted to share this one and a few others, just because I've been just thinking about where you could find comfort, you know, in the Bible. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that don't comfort you in the Bible, but uh, the Newer Testament is a lot more easygoing. I mean, I'm not saying easygoing as far as believing in God, doing what God wants you to do, or anything like that. It 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 doesn't speak. It doesn't have all the prophets, and it's not as blunt as the New Testament. I mean, the Old Testament is just blunt. It's so blunt that. But I want to tell you, Psalms or the Book of Psalms can bring you comfort in times of stress or keep you from worrying. You know, I mean, dig into Psalms when you're going through something. Dig into Psalms because all these are prayers to God that David wrote. David, the king after Saul, wrote, and he prayed to God all the time. He wrote these psalms. He could do music. I mean, he was beautiful in God's eyes, but he did make mistakes because he's human. And that's Psalms 24. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in the holy place? He that hath clean hands and hath a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessings from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek the face, O Jacob. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, and Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of the glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. I can promise you, any battle, any problem you're going through, if you've asked God, Jesus to come into your heart and become your Lord and Savior, you're not going to worry that much. You're not going to stress out that much because you're going to know that you can turn to the Bible. And it'll always lead you right. It'll always get you right. You know, it's like Psalms 25. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed, let nor my enemies triumph over me. Ye let none wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord, teach me thy paths, lead me in thy truth. Lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we're waiting on God. We're constantly waiting. You know, I know there's impatient people out there, and I'm a little impatient. But, um, you know, I mean, we're constantly, we're Christians, we're true Christians. I think the waiting's the hard part. For Him to answer our prayers, or help us triumph through our problems, or triumph with issues with people we don't like, or we're having verbal confrontation with every time we see them, or we don't want to talk to them because we don't want no confrontation. You know, ye let none wait on thee ashamed. Wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed with transgress without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord, teaches me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth, and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been ever of old. He's always going to lead you in truth. The God's going to give you the truth. God's not going to lead you wrong. You know, if you're a Christian, if you're a Christian, you believe in God and you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, life will be so much better for you. I'm I'm here telling you by experience of myself. He says, "Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions according to thy mercy. Remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord. He is good and upright. He's been accused of a lot of things, of of casting out devils through the devil or something like that, and that's nothing but baloney. That's nothing but baloney. That he is not in cahoots with Satan. He is total opposite. Satan can't do what God can do. Um, he's good and upright. Therefore will he teach sinners in the way. Okay, we're sinners. I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. It don't necessarily mean we're bad people. It means that we are in our worldly body and we make mistakes. We make mistakes. We suffer pain. We we slip and say something not very nice. The deal is we have to go repent for that, and then we got to learn from that, and then we got to retrain ourselves. We got to train ourselves to be godly. Like I said last night, the meek will be guided. Will he guide in judgment, and meek will he teach his way. If you let him take over your heart and your body, he will teach you. You're retraining. It's like going back to college for something that you for that to learn something. He's gonna teach you how to handle situations without them getting out of control. If you're for self control, stick with God. The meek will be guided in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. Like I just said, all the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. For thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. He will show them his covenant. My eyes are over toward the Lord, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. Most of us are desolate and afflicted. We've got, if we're missing a limb, or our mind is our mind is opt as a sinner to make a mistake. God did not make us to be perfect. God made us and wants us to do the best we can at being a Christian. You want to follow Jesus? Follow Jesus, but I promise you, you'll never become anything like him, because there ain't nobody as good as Jesus Christ. But you could follow his path, and you'll come out on the top. You know. He said, "What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth." I'm repeating something of this. "The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. My eyes are over toward the Lord to be shall pluck, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distress. Look upon my afflictions and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. O keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee, which is the Lord. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all its troubles." Psalms 26, I'm going to read it too. I mean, God's going to pull you out of trouble. You just waiting on the Lord sometimes is kind of hard. But he's gonna come through for you one way or the other. He's always come in for me. I've needed a lot of work. I'm over the years, he's had to work on me. I get on the path of Jesus Christ, and I'm following him, and then I'll just fall off the side of the road or in a ditch somewhere for a little while. I've done that. Yeah. And it's cost me. It's cost me. It's cost me. Uh, it's cost me a lot. Really trying to follow Christ is hard. It's hard sometimes. It's easy sometimes, and it's hard sometimes. I'm right there with you. I know there's times that you know God's not answering my prayer. Well, you're not the only Christian in the world. So you cannot expect him to fix something immediately when he's working somewhere else that's just as important as yours to you, but he's working somewhere else in the world. I mean, you think about it. You think about the file cabinet of all his Christians and how many Christians he's got. He's got there's more Christians in this world than there is unbelievers. In the world, we're 2.6 billion. In the country, we're 2.6 million. I mean, there's a lot of Christians out there. There's a lot of Christians that say they are Christians, but you got to be serious about this. This is something that I don't play with. I don't. I don't play. I don't play. I ain't telling you something to lead you wrong. I'm gonna preach out of the Bible, and that's what I preach. I don't preach nothing else. I mean, you gotta think that how many daggum Christians I said. Think about all of those that he's got to answer their prayers, or he's got to protect them somehow, or he's trying to get them straight. You know, being a Christian is always learning from mistakes. But if you're always in touch with the Lord, you're never gonna lose. And you might lose a battle or something against. Say you've been praying for somebody for so long. And say you're praying for somebody that, that don't have God in their life, and you really care about them, you love them very much, and that person say passes away before he becomes a Christian. That's you know that's something that hurts my soul. Would hurt my soul. You know. I've got I got an uncle that's an atheist, and I pray for him every day because he used to believe in God, and then he got into the Scientology stuff of his professors in college, and they kind of directed him away from it somehow. Somebody tells you there is no God, they're lying to you, or they're trying to discourage you from being a Christian. I always can trust that. I'm gonna read this again. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. We belong to Him. Everybody in this world belongs to Him, including the ones that are not Christians. We belong to Him. He put us here. He made us here. He loved us enough to put us here. But He hath founded upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessings from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, and seek thy face, O Jacob. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, and ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. He's gonna salvation. Salvation is save us if we're doing the right thing. He's gonna save us from the wicked. He's gonna save us from a broken heart. He's gonna save you and mend you, and you're not gonna ever have to worry again about things. One of these days, you won't have to worry about things that go on in this earth. You know, because you won't be part of it anymore. I mean, like I said last night, to me, dying is a joyful thing. I won't have to look at all the wickedness and iniquity going on around me anymore. It is Psalms 25. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Well, I lift up my soul. What I do is, if I can't do it by myself. I know for a fact I can't do it by myself. I give it to God, and it's always worked out for me. Oh my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not my enemies triumph over me. And most of this that I'm talking about is we don't have to worry about being trotted over or run over. Yeah, Christians do get made fun of, but that's just part of it. People that don't believe in God, or um, people just want to make fun of you because you're different, and Christians are different. We believe totally different than the world, the worldly people. You know, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in the truth and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Wait on the Lord. You're supposed to wait on the Lord. Wait on that Lord. Wait on the Lord. He's coming. Wait in prayer. Wait patiently. Wait diligently. Uh, Wait on the Lord, because He's going to come through for you, you know, His way, of course. He's not going to do what you want all the time. He says, show me thy ways, O Lord, teach me thy paths. David's asking God to show him thy ways, O Lord, and teach me thy paths. Lead me in the truth, and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been ever of old. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions according to the mercy. Remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. I and I would figure that that David has grown up, and he has transgressed. He has made mistakes. He was a sinner, but he was also God's pick to be the king after Saul. You know, and he talked to God before he made a single move in his life. Should I do this, God? Should I do that? And he told, he had plenty of times to kill Saul, but God told him not to. He 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 kept for a long time there David from from shedding any blood and having somebody's blood on his hands. He wanted him to be upright. He wanted him to. Uh, he wanted him to know how to think before he acted. He was teaching David the whole time that he was, and when the whole time that he's running around with them 400 men, you know, he didn't have a big army, but he was fighting against Saul. He had men that respected him, and he's quite young. I mean, he was very, very young. God and upright, good and upright is the Lord. Therefore will he teach sinners in the way. The meek will guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. All the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. That means as long as you're a Christian and you're doing the Christian way and following Jesus Christ, you're doing the right thing. God teaches love and kindness. All the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. For thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. Fearing the Lord is not being afraid of the Lord, like I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall, or I'm afraid that I'm gonna have an accident or something like that, or whoa, that scared the bejesus out of me. That's not the fear of the Lord. That kind of fear of the Lord is, I want to be a child of God and do his will, so I do not become wicked with iniquity and burn in the hell of Satan's tomb, or whatever, or scepter, or whatever. I mean, for thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth. Being a Christian, I dwell at ease. I don't worry about nothing. Used to worry about everything. Now I don't worry about anything, because I'm very at ease in the Lord. I'm very at ease. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. We have a secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. We will show them his covenant. Okay? We are his people. Let my dog in real quick. Oh, shut up. Get in here. Alright, I'm back. Mine eyes are ever toward the Lord, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. When we're. This reminds me of the story of Job. Man was so sickly and afflicted and desolate and afflicted. He lost everything. And for a long time there, his wife tried to discourage him from continuing to be a, a good and godly man, and his friends turned against him, and he pretty much lost everything. But the one thing he did have was pride, and um, he did have pride. He was a sinner, but he never gave up on the Lord, and always worshiped the Lord, loved the Lord. And after all that he went through, God give it all back to him. I mean, he had maggots coming out of his body. He had boils on from his head to his feet, on his feet. He was in pain all the time. He 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 lost his children. He lost his cattle. I mean, he lost everything, and he was very at that time. God had taken care of him, but Satan was looking for somebody to test, and he tested him. And in the end, God gave it all back to him because he never gave up on God to help him. What have I done, Lord, for this? What can I do? You know, and he was doing the right thing the whole time. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distress. Look upon my afflictions and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. O keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all of its troubles. It says, Judge me, O Lord. This is Psalms 26. Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in my integrity. I have trusted also in the Lord, therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart, for thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I've hated the congregations of evildoers. This goes back to hating what God hates. For the loving kindness before my eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregations of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. I will wash thy hands in innocency. So I will compass thine altar, O Lord, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving, and tell of all thy wondrous works. Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house, and the peace wherein honor dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men. In those hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in my integrity. Redeem me, and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place in the congregation. Congregations will I bless the Lord. That's another thing, it goes straight back to avoiding all this evil, iniquity, and stuff. He's I have not sat with vain person, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. I will wash my hands in innocency, so I will compass thine altar, O Lord. Um, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all thy wondrous works. Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thy honor dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men, in whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in my integrity. Redeem me, and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place. In the congregation will I bless the Lord. It goes right back to who we associate with. Things we got to stay away from. Things out there we've got to learn to hate because God and Jesus hate it. I mean, that's the kind of hate that's okay to hate them things. It's okay to hate those things. I get it. It's okay to hate what God hates or what Jesus hates. You know, you know, there's a time to hate, and that's it right there. That's about the only time to hate. You know, don't hate somebody because they're a different color, or don't hate somebody because they're get Down syndrome. You be kind. You want to be like God and have loving kindness, but you want to forget about these things, these transgressions, and people who are vain people, and you know you want to have what God and Jesus have, and that's loving and kindness and peace and compassion, faithfulness, righteousness. If you don't have any of that, you don't love God, and you're not following Him. But we know we've got this stuff in this world, and we've had it since this book was published. This book of the Psalms was published, and it ain't doing nothing but getting worse. So I mean, we've got to be ready if God comes tomorrow to take us home. I think honestly, all this wickedness and stuff, and all these wicked and iniquity and uh, you know all this stuff, vain person, dissemblers. I've hated the congregation of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. I wash my hands in innocency, so I will compass thy altar, O Lord, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell all my wondrous works. And love, you know, loving people and having loving kind, people who take bribes, or uh, people who just do vain things. I mean, uh, that don't have any integrity. I mean, um, it says, "For me, I will walk in my integrity. Redeem me and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place. In the congregation will I bless the Lord." He's choosing to stay away from wickedness and iniquity and evildoers. And he that's always what he's done, always what he did. From the time he was a kid, when Saul was king, he never killed anybody until he was told to go up and do it. and and there's time and place for everything. This is what I'm trying to say. Time and place for everything, and God knew when the time to tell David to finish somebody off, and it wasn't to do it to Saul, because Saul took care of himself the next day. He committed suicide. So David became the king of Judah, and then um, that's a long story. I'll teach that later. Psalms 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though a host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should arise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, and in secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock, and now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. Then thou saidst, Seek ye my face. My heart said unto thee, Thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not that face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God, or my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And waiting on the Lord is all you can really do. I mean, David did it. He asked, shall I kill Saul? He waited for ever long, and Saul was lucky enough he didn't have to. I mean, David was lucky he didn't have to. Now, there was some problems there. He took over Judah, but on the other hand, the son of Saul, the captain, had the man that was over all Saul's captains, tried to make the son the king, and that's when David had a battle against the Israelites to become their king. Now, we have to remember that God did not want us to have a king. God was supposed to be our king. He was supposed to be the one that we totally depended on to take care of us. We didn't need a king. The only thing people wanted a king for was somebody to fight their battles for them. Well, God could have done that. God would have done that. God can do that. That to me looks like basically a slap in the face of the Lord if they thought that He could not fight their battles for them and protect them. I assure you that, that God's gonna protect you if you're a Christian. If you do His will, you obey Him. Have faithfulness in Him. You have peace. You have love. You have compassion. And you need to have self control. I mean, self control is self controlling yourself enough that you do not jump before, you do not act before God says. So, well, this is the end of my time today. I ask that you love the Godhead and each other. God bless, and I ask that you subscribe to the channel.